Tonight, from Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, it's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Kansas City Chiefs. Everybody, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Chiefs ball club. They come in just in an absolute free fall, losers of 7 in a row.
And this is where you turn to your best players and look at them and say, can you guide us out of this? We've got to be better than what we've shown.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jaguars, the streak continues, doesn't it? They come in here a perfect 11-0. 3 quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Time to see what Patrick Mahomes can do here with his first possession. The quarterback out at Texas Tech getting...
Increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver.
Play ball, okay. God damn, motherfuckers didn't waste no time. Already cussing.
A solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Yard. Now Elliott. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
A first down carry by Elliott. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll throw with Mahomes.
Look at this shit. Oh my god.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it.
The damn computer.
A gain of 13. It's a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive.
Did you see that?
Never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
I ain't no buster, man.
On first down.
Hey, God Almighty.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's got this down to the 35. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve. 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
A 46-yard attempt.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead.
Makes the score Chiefs 3, Jaguars nothing.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
I feel lucky to come out of there with just giving up 3.
But it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good.
It's only going to make you better.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And there's a lot of good to watch in the game last week. He threw 4 touchdown passes. A little bit of concern throwing the 2 interceptions.
Yeah, the 2 pick.
Yeah, you want the ratio really to be closer to 3-1 as opposed to the 2-1 that he had. But it is something to build on. They did get the win, didn't they?
Yep. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And
Oh my God.
Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
If their defense starts playing defense, I'm in trouble.
10 from the 25.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm in trouble. I gotta be able to fucking score.
Now an open man, that's the tight end Gesicki. It's complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The open man is Shark. It's complete.
This dude's got an absolute cannon, man.
First down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally too as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
Sliding out of the pocket, and now he's going to use his legs. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one, picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. But Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Clock running, under a minute to go now here in a fast-moving first quarter. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice offense gained 13 yards that time and another first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, second down.
On the tackle. No gain on the play. Second and 10.
3-0 after one on EA Sports. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Now this time he'll look to throw. Quick slant to Brown. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Now a handoff looking right. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. With touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Great call to hand that one off. And his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly. And on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play. And guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
I need a pick.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
1-yard line.
Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't
God,
want to see the field
really?
They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. A good rally to the football.
Hit stick him twice.
Yard, and it's second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Patrick Mahomes sacked.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Well, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling
That's
good.
my boy. That is my boy.
Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company. Looking to throw is Mahomes.
Oh, come on, Madden. Come on, Madden.
Here early, and now it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd.
Even clicked on to get that. Still got better hands on the clock.
Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards.
I guess that linebacker can keep up with him.
Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now they try the right side here. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
Here's 2nd and 8. Forced out to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
It's nothing like pressure can affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll have it passed.
Click on, go get it.
To the 40 before being taken down. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Connection made with Chenault. Touchdown, Jaguars. Laviska Chenault, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in.
It was big right there, boss.
The team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. And it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Great change up there on the route. It got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside. Make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of them, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3-and-out.
They go play action here on 1st down. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the
Oh my God.
catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
1st and 10.
Come on, Chiefs. Come on, Chiefs. Shut your ass up. Them cheerleaders be getting on me. Getting on my nerves. The Titans cheerleaders are the ones that are worse.
14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half.
You don't ever pay attention to them?
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. That one complete to Hill.
This is amazing stuff.
At the 12-yard line. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
The Jaguars 12 25-yard line.
Mahomes
Not today, big boy.
Patrick Mahomes sacked.
Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And he's going to go down again. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Harrison Butker on for the field goal. A 47-yard attempt.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now.
14. Chiefs 6.
So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Being chased out left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Man open left side is Brown. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. So a big pickup that time. And Charles, defending AFC Player of the Week, maybe bucking towards another award this week.
Yeah, and they say they don't really care about the individual awards. You and I both know
They do.
It means a lot to them. It means respect around the league. And if he's able to show those kind of hands all game long, he can win a second one.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. On the right side, open is Gesicki. Now the Bears will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
7 at the 46-yard line.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that one goes incomplete. He's
God damn.
wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and forced an incompletion.
On play action, they'll throw. Steps away to his left. They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins.
This is crazy, man.
The first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Complete to the right side, it's Eifert. Mahomes, now he's able to take it across across midfield before going out of bounds.
Out of bounds just past midfield.
And how about the dime look here? 6 DBs on 3rd and inches.
Daring them to run the ball.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes.
Oh my God.
4th down after a loss of 1.
He's out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
What do you do?
Here's Tommy
I mean,
now. He'll boot it away from about his 35.
I know, man. I can't do that with this.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the
I don't know.
judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
I ain't gonna take no chances right here.
Safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're
Okay, so much for our halftime.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
On the return, the Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done.
Oh my God.
So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you're all looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he powers his way up past the 30.
By number 24.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the 1st on the 35-yard stripe.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Set to take over, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, the Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to try and get some points.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Looking for his tight end, Eifert, and it's intercepted.
You could even bait the CPU.
Off at the 30. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
This is Chenault on the receiving end. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Laviska Chenault, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go.
Buddy, there ain't nothing easy about this game.
It's up and good, and that'll make the score.
I'm glad I took 2 Advil before I got started. It's preventive maintenance, you know what I mean?
And they're able to hit pay dirt.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
And now here comes Kansas City. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. From the 27, Mahomes. Short pass, Eifert on the receiving end.
This is ridiculous, man. I mean, I'll absolutely take that, but good God.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
We've seen their share of struggles, and the quarterback's been hit a few times in this game, but this one can't be put on the offensive line. They gave him plenty of time to throw the football. I think ultimately he has to be a lot more decisive in his decision-making and get rid of it and find an open target.
We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. They're hoping to read
I
their
bet you do.
last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will lose
Oh my God.
3-yard line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. They struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half.
Man, the bad thing is, like, the defense is not even that
I
good.
don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And to give this time to the tailback. Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25.
But my O-line is not.
3 yards.
They're just not holding up.
Leaves them still needing 11 here on 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Gun now on 3rd down. They got his man complete. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That goes as a gain of 36 on 3rd down.
That's an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there.
It's about damn time.
One out there for a big-time completion.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And Tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
On the tackle.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great
Tough
job
sledding.
there at the
That's what
point
that
of
was.
attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he'll take this close to a first down at the Chiefs' 29.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he's going to run.
Look at this, man. This is crazy.
And I don't think he got there. Calling no gain on the keeper.
This is crazy.
It's now 4th down.
Like, he knocked him backwards.
So on 4th down, Jags kicker Josh Lambo comes on. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will make this now an 18-point ball game. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front seven? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive.
Oh, yeah, it was a matter of time, wasn't it?
It's a foot race.
Really? Here we go.
With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got range, but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times a field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, that tells you you're getting it done.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. We're back now in KC.
24.
It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away. First downs, they can't touch the ball.
And all the way down to the 26.
It's a game.
It's a big play for the Jaguars. 48 yards.
Yeah.
Oftentimes now,
That's my dude right there, boy.
They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional
Hey,
pickup
going back.
with his
Which
legs
one of y'all
after the
had
catch.
him?
So now the big play has him all the way inside the 30
Sorry.
now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside field.
That tells me that Madden does not want Rogas to have any rushing yards. Period.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
2nd and 9 now. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is going to be 3rd and 13. a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead.
Got stats like Jerome Bettis today.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good.
4 touchdowns and 37 yards.
Josh Lambeau to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Here a throw taken in by Watkins. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
2nd and 1.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he slips up.
Here we go.
Before being tackled. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. A quick slant to Hill.
All right.
9 there on the 1st down completion.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game.
Yeah.
It can be if that pass
They
is
just looked at it.
Because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Mahomes.
There it is again.
The 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
With the inside shade.
Jaguars are going to cover this one up. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll get 6 on the play, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause of the action. A timeout here defensively. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now they'll pitch it out here. And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another 1st down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. Now a handoff looking right. And he went backwards.
I've never run that toss play. I'll never run it again. I don't like those ones that are slow.
And I love how you brought that up, because sealing the edge is often a function of the offensive tackle on the line of scrimmage, oftentimes a tight end, maybe your H-back, someone to set the edge at the line of scrimmage.
Damn, boy, you about broke that one.
If you're not able to do that, you're not able to turn the corner.
It's a gain of 7 on the ground, but they'll be faced with 3rd and long. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking a question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and it happened in the NFL. The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
It's now 4th down.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. He hit his 1st, this one from 40 yards out. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these 2 teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really
I found a little wrinkle there, man, in the run game at the end. Couple of nice little run plays I've never done before. Yeah, that toss play was that auto, that animation crap.
So for the Jaguars,
They didn't have any control over it.
12th now on the campaign, and they'll return home next week to take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, Any slim hopes they had at a playoff berth gone now as they drop to 4-9. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles.
What?
I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
I know the feeling. You don't have any way to do that in your room? Like an ottoman or anything?